Hello everyone, and welcome to my Y and R American TV show official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The Young and the Restless spoilers for the next 2 weeks, November 4 through November 15, show that Billy Abbott and Sally Spectra will spend a playful evening together, but Sally believes it is a little too soon to let him into her suite for a nightcap. Sally will gently stop Billy a bit throughout the week of November 4 to 8, but that will only make it more meaningful when they eventually settle in bed together. Then Summer Newman will make sure Kyle Abbott and Claire Newman's first-time love is stopped by going back to the Abbott house for her forgotten phone. Summer will naturally sour the mood, but Claire will still be quite eager to see her relationship with Kyle developed. Simply said, Claire will want the time to be perfect. Summer clearly cannot be present when it happens. Still, Summer's sentiments for Kyle might be boiling back up. It seems like Summer's getting envious of Claire, so a storm could be building. That's particularly relevant as Daniel Romalotti Jr.'s case may cause issues in Summer and Chance Chancellor's own romance. Speaking of Daniel, he will remain committed to clearing his own record and obtaining justice for Heather Stevens. Lucy Romalotti doesn't need her dad locked in prison, so Daniel will be very driven to get out this legal jam. Phyllis Summers will scheme against Sharon Newman and think she may get an admission of guilt. Phyllis will act as though she had proof, but it will essentially be part of a trap. Sharon will fight back by threatening to get a restraining order on Phyllis. That strategy will not appeal to Nick Newman, but Sharon might feel she has no alternative once Phyllis confronts her repeatedly. As for Christine Blair, she'll keep some stuff on the down low. Christine might unearth something that could assist clear Daniel, but she may keep a lid on it out of worry that Phyllis would bungle things. Amy Lewis is still in town awaiting Nate Hastings' decision, so he'll eventually offer her some updates. There's a strong chance Nate will agree to locate his half-brother, Damien, but that assignment will certainly be a tough one. Back with Billy, he'll propose a truce to Lily Winters and say maybe they can work together at Abbott Chancellor after all. That's what Jill Abbott wants, but will Lily be willing to cave in? Elsewhere, Diane Jenkins Abbott will have some mysterious conversation with someone. There'll be a mystery around a message Diane delivers, so this might lead to a dramatic expose and establish that she's been scheming with Jack Abbott all along. Our predictions imply that Jack and Diane's breakup may be false, so they may covertly text about their plot to deceive Kyle and Victor Newman. Speaking of Victor, he'll pull off a surprise that's one for the history books. Nikki Newman will wonder what's going on as Victor blindfolds her and escorts her somewhere spectacular. Since Y&R has rebuilt the original Newman Ranch set, that'll become part of the plot. Victor has been working on this reproduction without Nikki knowing about it, so she'll be moved to tears once she sees it on November 8. During the week of November 11 to 15, the show will put the new set to good use. That's because Devon Hamilton Winters and Abby Newman Abbott are planning to get married there. November 13 will commemorate Y&R's 13,000th episode, so there'll be quite a celebration as Abby ties the knot with Devon in front of their friends and family. Jill, Ashley Abbott, Anna Hamilton and Harmony alias Yolanda Hamilton will all be part of the wedding festivities, so there'll be tons of love in the room on Devon and Abby's special day. The Young and the Restless spoilers indicate the next 2 weeks will bring some romantic moments and plenty of excitement, so stay tuned for updates on all the fun. The Young and the Restless spoilers suggest that Sharon Newman will feel cornered during the week of November 4 to 8. Phyllis Summers' ploy to persuade Sharon to crack may backfire on her if she's not careful. After Phyllis drops clues about having proof, it'll spook Sharon enough to consider filing a restraining order against her. Nick Newman will seek to persuade Sharon out of it and imply she'd look like she was giving credibility to Phyllis' claims. Of course, Sharon also knows she'd be the top suspect if Phyllis turned up deceased. The last thing Sharon wants is another body to get rid of and any more fingers pointed at her. As a result, Sharon may have to consider other options when it comes to treating Phyllis. A restraining order or a fatal plot are still possibilities here, but we should also examine a fresh technique that would turn the case upside down. Determined to prove Sharon wiped Heather Stevens off the map and framed Daniel Romalotti Jr. for it. What if Sharon twists this around on her? Sharon might settle on a fresh frame-up victim and make Phyllis look like the guilty person instead. Perhaps Sharon could regard it as a way to ease some of the guilt she's feeling from trying to send Lucy Romalotti's dad to prison. Sharon wouldn't feel nearly as awful about putting Phyllis behind bars and might tell herself that Phyllis belongs there anyhow. After all, Phyllis faked her demise and accused Diane Jenkins Abbott for taking her out. Wide-R aficionados will also recall that Phyllis is responsible for eliminating Jeremy Stark and disposing of his body. Phyllis managed to avoid a lengthy spell in prison, but Sharon might hope she won't be so lucky this time around. Sharon might plant more proof that ultimately leads the cops to suspect Phyllis could be guilty. Since the murder weapon appears to be an octopus bookend, that's odd and could play a key role in the plot. Sharon might acquire updates on that information and run with it. Was there a reason why Y&R went with an octopus instead of literally any other bookend theme? Phyllis recently recounted Lucy the story of how she put an octopus in Christine Blair's bed once upon a time. Perhaps that could give Sharon the notion to pivot and make Phyllis the top suspect instead. Maybe Sharon could somehow make it look like Phyllis battled with Heather and framed Daniel for reasons the police would have to figure out. Sharon might not worry too much about motives as long as new evidence points toward Phyllis and muddies the waters of this case. In other words, anything that gets Phyllis off her back could be a good thing in Sharon's view. If Sharon can put the heat on Phyllis and keep her busy fighting off the cops, that might work out well on Sharon's end, at least for a while. If Sharon can put the heat on Phyllis and keep her busy fighting off the cops, that might work out well on Sharon's end, at least for a while. The Young and the Restless spoilers claim Sharon's story will offer more surprises, so we'll pass along predictions on all the surprising news to come. So what do you guys think about this update? Let me know in the comment below. And if you like my videos, please press like and subscribe for more. I will see you guys next time.